A cluttered kitchen can be truly frustrating. I used to struggle to find what I needed, and every time I wanted to add something to the fridge or pantry, I'd have to rearrange everything, which was exhausting. Honestly, it's not that I dislike cooking. I just hate the mess that comes afterward. Every time I finished cooking, the kitchen would look like it had been hit by a storm. And that's why I've always looked for ways to make my kitchen more organized and practical, so it wouldn't be such a hassle to use. I know there are plenty of items in your kitchen that you might feel reluctant to throw away. But if you want to make your kitchen more tidy and streamlined, sometimes you need to be bold and decisive. And of course, what I'm sharing today is simply what has worked well for me. You don't have to follow everything exactly. Just pick and choose what suits your own needs. Items that are cracked or damaged are best not kept. I once had a favorite mug with a slight crack along the rim. I couldn't bear to throw it away at first because it was a ceramic mug I bought on a special trip. Then one day, I poured hot coffee into it, and the crack split wide open, spilling coffee all over the counter. After that, I decided to let go of all chipped or broken items. Keeping them not only takes up space, but also poses a risk. If you have any damaged items in your kitchen, consider clearing them out to make your space safer and more comfortable. Mismatched containers and lids should be cleared out immediately. I've lost count of how many times I've struggled to find the right lid for a container, only to give up because I could never find the perfect match. On the other hand, countless lids just lay around, not fitting any container. Instead of letting them take up space unnecessarily, keep only the pairs of containers and lids that you actually use. And it's time to boldly let go of the rest. Mats like anti-slip rugs, small floor mats, or anti-fatigue mats can bring great convenience to the kitchen. They help prevent slips, add warmth to the space, and reduce fatigue when standing for long periods while cooking. However, if not chosen carefully, they can also make the kitchen look cluttered and untidy. If you want to keep mats in your kitchen, prioritize those that are truly necessary and easy to clean. Otherwise, they'll quickly gather dirt and add to the mess. Those reused glass jars from store-bought foods may seem harmless, but they can quickly turn your kitchen into a cluttered storage warehouse without you realizing it. Every time I bought jam or sauce, I kept the jars thinking, I'll probably need this someday. But in reality, the number of jars I accumulated grew fast, filling up cabinet space without ever really getting used. Instead, pick a few truly useful jars. For the rest, it's time to say goodbye and free up that precious kitchen space. Next up are those extra coffee mugs and cups. Take a look in your kitchen cabinet. Do you see a pile of mugs that you rarely use but keep around just in case you might need them someday? The truth is, if you haven't used them in months, chances are you never will. Here's a tip to help you organize. Pick out your favorite mugs, the ones you use for your morning coffee or that special cup you enjoy for afternoon tea. Then, keep only enough to serve your family and a few guests. The rest can be retired without hesitation. You'll find your kitchen cabinets much neater, and it'll be so much easier to grab what you need. Don't forget to get rid of items that have disappointed you. We all have a few things in the kitchen that we bought with excitement, thinking we'd use them all the time. But reality often falls short of expectations. The coffee maker that brews too slowly, the peeler that's nowhere near as fast as advertised, or the air fryer that barely sees any use. Don't hesitate to let these items go to free up both space and peace of mind. Keeping them around will only add to your frustration. I decided to clear out the duplicate kitchen utensils, and I have to say, it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Think about it. How many spoons, forks, or fruit knives are crammed into your drawers, just sitting there, barely ever used? At first, I thought having more utensils would be convenient, but the reality was quite the opposite. Whenever I needed something, I'd always reach for my favorite spoon, while the others just sat there, piling up and gathering dust. Now, I'm not afraid to pare down to just one plate, one bowl, and one cup for each person. The great thing is, everyone in the house washes their own dishes after they use them. This way, there's never a huge stack of dirty dishes sitting next to the sink. I also got rid of the duplicate knives and kept only one high-quality set that I truly love. Not only does this save space, but it also makes every kitchen task so much easier and more enjoyable. Take a look at the pile of tea in your kitchen. Do you have stacks of tea bags that you rarely, if ever, use? Many times, while scrolling through social media, I got drawn in by ads promoting teas as healthy and ordered them without hesitation. However, once I tried them, they didn't suit my taste, and the benefits weren't as magical as advertised. This habit of buying tea and letting it sit around has taken up quite a bit of space in my kitchen, while in reality, I only use a few favorites. To declutter, I decided to keep only the teas I actually drink, gift some to friends, and let the rest go. Take a moment to check around your kitchen. Are there any untouched packs of tea? If so, don't hesitate to clear them out and make your kitchen a bit more organized. Those packets of ketchup, mustard, or spices from the last takeout order tend to pile up quickly, and we often think, I might need this later. But really, how often do you actually use them? These little condiment packets not only take up space, but also add unnecessary clutter to your drawer. Clutter on the kitchen counter doesn't just make the space feel cramped, it can also create frustration when cooking. Imagine every time you try to prepare a meal, you're scrambling to find space for a cutting board, pots, or even just ingredients. Spice jars, sugar canisters, tea boxes, all spread out, can make the kitchen feel overwhelming. By reorganizing and keeping only the essentials, while letting go of items you rarely use, you'll find the kitchen not only feels more spacious, but also much more enjoyable to work in. Decorations on the kitchen counter can add a touch of style, but in reality, they often make the space feel cluttered and crowded. I once had a few small, fake plants and cute little figurines in the kitchen to create some charm. At first, they looked quite adorable, but I soon realized they weren't very practical for a cooking area. Every day, I had to spend extra time dusting and cleaning each item to keep them looking nice, while my actual workspace felt more and more limited. You only need just enough kitchen towels and aprons to meet your daily needs. For those that are old, worn, or have lost their color and cleanliness, don't hesitate to replace them to keep your kitchen looking fresh and tidy. Paper bags, plastic bags, and leftover food packaging from shopping trips can easily pile up in the kitchen cabinets, turning into a cluttered mess before you know it. Keep only a reasonable amount on hand and make it a habit to clear out the extras regularly. It's a simple step that keeps your kitchen looking tidy and organized. Items like countertop knife holders may seem convenient, but they take up valuable space. Instead, you could opt for wall-mounted knife racks or in-drawer holders. These alternatives not only save space, but also keep your kitchen looking tidy and organized. Sometimes, just a few small changes can make a big difference in how your kitchen feels. I'm often drawn to those colorful cookbooks, and I end up bringing home more and more, hoping to try all the recipes inside. However, in reality, most of them just sit on the shelf gathering dust over the years. If you rarely use your cookbooks or already have recipes stored on your phone, consider switching these books to digital versions or just keeping a few favorites. By removing unnecessary items, you'll find that a bit of decluttering not only opens up your space, but also brings peace of mind, making the kitchen a favorite spot in your home. Every item left behind will be something you truly need and cherish, creating a tidy, familiar, and inspiring space. Remember, the kitchen is a place that fuels creativity and strengthens family bonds, so keeping it clean and organized is well worth the effort. Try these tips and feel the difference for yourself. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.